This is my 6 months in reading recommendations, and I'm so happy you're here today. So make sure you keep watching so you can see what I'm going to recommend to you. I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately and I've gotten inspired. A lot of people are doing their like halfway year videos, and so I kind of just got inspired by a couple different people's videos. So I can't really say I chose this from any video in particular, but I kind of just wanted to make my own like a little spin on it. So what I'm going to be doing is I have my computer here. I'm going to be going through every book that I have read so far this year, and I'll throw it up on the screen for you so you can see the actual book. I'm not gonna like hold up the physical book because that would literally take me forever, but I'm going to put it up on the screen for you, and I'm going to simply say yes, no, how many stars I gave it, and if it was like a real favorite, I might read you like a little bit of the review I wrote on it. But if I did that on every single one, we would be here literally forever. So I think that we'll just keep it really short, simple, sweet, and you can just see like my recommendations for the halfway through this year, 6 months in reading recommendations. First book of the year is actually right up here. It is The Wife Between Us. Yes, definitely run, go get this. 5 stars, amazing first book of the year. Frozen Beauty, 4 stars, yes. Like this mystery, murder, creepy. Chanel Sisters, absolutely 100% yes, 5 stars. Probably one of my favorite books of the whole year. So let me read you a little bit of my review. The beginning of it, I wrote, "This book will always hold a special place in my heart. If you're debating reading this, just do it." I think that sums that up perfectly. The Cousins, 4 stars, yes, go get this. Lore, 2 stars. No, don't read this one. Just don't waste your time. Counterfeit, yes, 5 stars. To All the Boys I've Loved Before. As a whole, as a series, I have read the whole thing. Yes, definitely. For this book starting out, it was a very strong starter book, 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. It's a very chill, very easy read. If you're in a reading slump, start on this series. The Do-Over, yes, definitely, 4 stars. Brotherhood, yes, if you're a Star Wars fan, definitely 4 stars. If you are not a Star Wars fan, I'm not sure if you would really vibe with it. My Dark Vanessa, 3 stars. Probably I would say no, just no. The headspace that you kind of go into in this and the things you have to actually read about is just like not something I would recommend. The Mistress Next Door, 4 stars, yes. It's Not Summer Without You, 3 stars. As a series, as a whole, I have finished the series, I would recommend it. This book in particular, I feel like they just started out really strong with the first one, and this is number 2 in the series, and just didn't really vibe with this one as much, but I would still recommend the series. The Second Wife, 4 stars, yes, definitely. The Perfect Marriage, 1000% yes, 5 stars. Loved this one, oh my goodness. If you're a thriller fan, go read that. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, book number 4, 5 stars, definitely. This is my first time reading Harry Potter so far. I started it last year and I've been continuing it this year, and so far I really, really loved it. And so far I've left off on book 4 and it has been my favorite one of the whole series. Addicted for Now, book number 3, 5 stars. Absolutely start this series. It is worth the hype. Darling Girl, 3 stars. No, wouldn't recommend. Mother's Day, 3 stars. Wouldn't recommend. It is a little all over the place. I liked it as a whole, I guess you could say, but just some of the ideas just didn't really come together and vibe as well as I wish they would have. Under the Magnolias, 5 stars. Absolutely, go read this book. It was incredible. One of my favorites of the year. If I Have a Wicked Stepmother, Where's My Prince? 3 stars. I guess if you're looking for an easy read, sure. Otherwise, no, wouldn't recommend. Don't Let Her Stay, 4 stars. Yes. Luckiest Girl Alive, 5 stars. Definitely would recommend, but check your trigger warnings. Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun, book number 3, 2 stars, would not recommend. As a series, would definitely recommend the series. Book 1 and 2 were really good. Number 3, she kind of just dropped the ball for me. Something Blue, book number 2 in a series, 3 stars. Guess I would recommend this. If you hated the first book in this series, don't like leave off and just don't like not pick this one up, but pick this one up if you hated the first one, kind of thing. The Good Sister, 4 stars. Definitely I would recommend this. The Wicked Ones, 3 stars. I would not recommend this. While the Baby Sleeps, 5 stars. Oh my goodness. I found a new favorite author in this author when I was reading this book. Would highly recommend this. Under the Whispering Door, 2 stars. Don't recommend this at all. Love, Lucy, 5 stars. Absolutely, I would recommend this book. It was so, so good. P.S. I Still Love You, book number 2 in the series, 4 stars. Definitely, I would recommend this and the whole series as a whole, as I just spoke about a minute ago. People We Meet on Vacation, 4 stars. Definitely recommend. We'll Always Have Summer, 4 stars. Book number 3, I would definitely recommend this one. As a series as a whole, I would also recommend, like I said just about number 2 just a minute ago. The Good Daughter, book number 1, 4 stars. I would recommend this, but check your trigger warnings. There's a lot of really gory and rough topics in this book, and had I known what was actually in this book, I maybe wouldn't have read it, but now that I did read it, like I am kind of glad that I did read it, so it's kind of an iffy one for me. I don't know if I would recommend this one to everybody. Hook, Line, and Sinker, book number 2, 3 stars. I loved the first one. This one, it wasn't really that amazing for me. I would recommend it if you were reading the series, but as a standalone book, definitely not. The Hurricane Blonde, 4 stars. Definitely recommend this one. Notes on an Execution, 4 stars. Again, check your trigger warnings with this one. Not sure that I could recommend that to everybody. It was a little bit intense. The House Across the Lake, 5 stars. Absolutely recommend this to everyone. Thriller, amazing. Let me read you a little bit of this review because this was one of my favorite books of the year as well. It really, really stood out to me. Wow, I love this book. Extremely rare do I get completely tricked by a book, but this one did just that and more. My Summer Darlings, 4 stars. Definitely recommend. Pack Up the Moon, 4 stars. Definitely recommend. My Contrary Mary, 4 stars. Book number 1 in the series. I would definitely recommend it. I have not read any more in the series, so I don't know if I can really speak on the series as a whole, but as a first book in a series, I really enjoyed this one and would highly recommend it. In 5 Years, 5 stars. Oh my goodness, loved this book. I keep saying like favorites of the year, but this one was so, so, so good. I really loved it. I would highly recommend it to literally anyone. Valley of the Dolls, 3 stars, wouldn't recommend. Everything I Know About Love, 5 stars, definitely recommend. Check your trigger warnings. There's a lot of really heavy topics in this book, but I really enjoyed how the author laid everything out. And then later I found out that it is actually a memoir, so it kind of made it even better for me. Dirty Laundry, 4 stars, definitely recommend. A Sudden Light, 4 stars, definitely recommend. Conversations with Friends, 3 stars. I don't recommend. It was a mess. Honestly, 3 stars was really a kind rating, I feel. Always and Forever, Lara Jean, 4 stars. Book number 3 and the final book in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series. Really enjoyed the series. It was so cute and just gave me like all the feels. She's Come Undone, absolutely yes, 5 stars. Restore Me, book 4 in the Shatter Me series. 4 stars, yes, definitely. As a whole, as the series, I would definitely recommend. I'm almost done. I've actually got like 3 books left in the whole series, and I have really enjoyed pretty much all of it. A couple of them have been a little iffy, but for the most part, definitely recommend the Shatter Me series. Miss Bridgerton, book number 1 in the series. I do recommend this series. This one was 3 stars. But I read the second one in the series and I really loved that one a bit more, and I really just love Julia Quinn's writing style, so if you like her writing style, I would definitely recommend this one. Shadow Me, book number 4.5 in the Shadow Me series, 2 stars, would not recommend. I would just skip this book in total if you're reading the series. The Block Party, 2 stars, would not recommend. Cover story, 5 stars. Would highly recommend this. Thriller, mystery, take you for a loop, can't put down. Strangers, She Knows. Book number 3 in a series, which I did not know reading this. 3 stars, probably wouldn't recommend this though, just didn't like the writing style, so I don't think I would recommend the series either, but I haven't read the series, so I can't really say. Twilight, book number 1, 5 stars. I did a reread and an annotation, and I absolutely loved it and would highly recommend doing that if it is your reread. Annotate it because it makes it so much more fun. Beartown, book number 1 in the Beartown series, 4 stars. Would recommend this. You really have to just like vibe with the writing style though, so if you're not liking it right off the bat, I would probably set it down. 3 Weeks with My Brother, 4 stars. Definitely recommend. If you love Nicholas Sparks, this is actually his memoir and I would highly recommend it. The Skull Keeper, 4 stars. Trigger warnings on this one. There's a lot of really rough topics. It's almost verging on the edge of a horror, which I don't like horror, so for it to get to 4 stars for me was saying something. The Good Girl, 3 stars. Would not recommend this one. Wishful Drinking, 3 stars. Wouldn't really recommend this one either. A Letter to 3 Witches, book number 1 in the Cupcakes Coven romance, is what it says on Goodreads. I'm not sure if that's actually what it is called. 3 stars, wouldn't really recommend this one, but if you're looking for like very cutesy, like chilling writing style, then maybe you might want to read this. Once Upon a Broken Heart, book number 1, 4 stars, highly recommend. I would read Caraval first though. Royal Blood, book number 1 in the series, but the second one is not out yet, 5 stars. Cannot wait for the next one to be out. Crank, book number 1, 3 stars. Wouldn't really recommend, and also check your trigger warnings if you are interested in this. Open Book, 5 stars, highly recommend, even if you don't like Jessica Simpson, which I was never really a fan, but now I am after reading this book, so definitely would check this one out. The Risk, the Mine series, book number 1 in the series. I don't love that it's called that, but the book itself was actually very good. 4 stars for this one in particular. I have continued with this series and I am really enjoying it. It isn't really like what you think it is. Like the book images kind of throw you off a little bit about this book, but it's about this girl that goes to get revenge she kind of becomes a serial killer, but she's getting revenge because she had some really horrible things done to her as a child by a group of men, and it's kind of like a mystery. It's a thriller. It's a little horror-ish. Lot of spice in there as well, which I mean, it kind of is like a little bit much, but not horrible. The Girl with the Make-Believe Husband, 4 stars. This is book number 2 in the Rokesby's series, and I can't wait to continue with this one. Again, like I said, Julia Quinn's writing style is just great, and it like makes me feel like I am talking to a friend, kind of. So definitely recommend. Sidetrack, book number 2 in the Mine series. 5 stars on this one. Loved this one. Was very, very good. Defy Me, Shatter Me, book number 5. 4 stars. Really, really liked this book. The Inheritance Games, book number 1, 4 stars. Really like this book. Okay, so that does it. That is all of my reads so far for 6 months that I have been reading of this year, and I'm so happy I got to break everything down for you. I'm not going to give it any more explanation than I did. I feel like hopefully this was a good video. I really enjoyed making it. I kind of can't wait to watch it just to see what I said about the books because I've really enjoyed reading all of them, and now that I've actually gone through the list like this, like back to back to back like this, I'm realizing that I really haven't had that many books that I didn't really like out of this. So it really shows me that I'm kind of getting to know my reading style, I guess, my reading preferences a bit more, and what I will and will not like. And I think I'm picking kind of better books this year than even I was last year, because last year was my first year really getting into this, and this year I'm being a little bit more selective with what I'm actually reading, and I'm reading things that I feel like are more up my alley, which is kind of makes me happy, because you know, you can kind of just feel like you're wasting time sometimes when you just read a book and you don't like it. And if you're majoritively reading books that you don't like, obviously you're not going to continue wanting to read. So that makes me happy to see that I've had so many 5 and 4 stars this year, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some cool recommendations for you to read for the next 6 months of the year, and I will be doing a final wrap up once the year is all the way over and giving you my full recommendations and like my top 50 books and all that fun stuff. So make sure you're keeping up with my channel because there's gonna be a lot of cool content coming out here in the future, and I'm really excited you're here. My YouTube channel has just grown so much, and I am so grateful to all of you that have subscribed. And if you have not subscribed and you're just watching, I know who you are, I can see it. So make sure you subscribe and like this video and check back every Friday because I do post a new video every single Friday. And if you're interested, I also have a Instagram book account that I just post bookish things on, so go check that one out as well. And I'll see you on my next video soon. Bye guys.